if you are new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch the 7th episode of the series Haunting of Hill House. So let's get to it. Let's go. Alright, so last time we were preparing for the funeral, right? And the whole family has gathered in one place, as I assume, like, for the first time in years, because the kids have gathered, for example, when they were discussing the book, I think, but with the dead also, they probably haven't reunited like all together since they were little kids, I assume. One of the reasons why it's because when he came in and saw them, he saw them as little kids. So I thought, okay, maybe that's not only like a parent always seeing his kids as kids, but also a hint that's how he remembers them, that's how he saw them maybe last time, maybe not. Okay, and also I was thinking about the beginning. It said that what walked there in the house walked alone, but like how alone, because there are a lot of spirits there. So there's only one actually malevolent one that is like poisoning them, like, okay, the dead looks like it was already after the final night, maybe in the questioning room or something. Let's see. Yeah, most likely. That's very sweet. Is this like a good cop option? Yeah. Maybe they're also nicer to him because he's collaborating. Oh, really? So it's for him to leave? Mm-hmm. Like about ghosts? So they think it's quite a clear case of suicide. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? He has become so ambiguous. And the other body? Okay, it was only last night. It's not like he's here for a long while. Another body. It's maybe something old, like a skeleton-like thing. his wife is helping him to choose the tie. We didn't actually see her from like his point of view. I think. I'm pretty sure it's her spirit, and we saw at the wedding her near him and stuff. And oh, yeah, looking very neat. I think. Mm-hmm. So that's oh, interesting. Yeah, maybe he met the kids like separately when they were older, but not all together. Going back to what I like was talking in the beginning. But okay. Okay, I'm sorry, that was very fun. So, like, we are not open, so I'm not talking to you, or what? Oh, I wonder. She can't change her clothes, I suppose. Yeah, like she seems to be her normal self, so that's like her normal self spirit. Not like a creation by the house that, that killed Nella. Squish. What does it mean? There's something hidden in there? Ah, I see. Ah, I see. That was like a parallel to him fixing the houses, I suppose. Like they also say they call them fixer upper, the house that could be like, updated. But also, oh wow, this is not like those shows about fixing the houses at all. Holy shit. Okay, something like that happens, and then there's some dramatic music, but then they find the solution usually. But yeah, in the show, it's usually super fast, like pam pam pam, and they have a completely new looking house. I translated quite a few of those. Oh, they're bound to be something creepy behind the walls of this house. If the Dudleys like kinda know that something is dark mode, a black mode, that something is wrong with the house, how could they like not warn the people, not just moving in there, but people who are going to kind of dig into the house? Oh, let's see the photo. Is there something? Oh, a person. He wasn't really concerned about the photo. There was already like a silhouette there. Was there a hand for a second, or was I just tripping? Okay. Yeah, there was also something strange between her and Shirley's husband. I'm not sure. Straighten him up. Okay, yeah. Maybe she'll explain that strange situation. He's like, I don't have calculations. Oh, well, it's not too late. He's still alive. You can talk to him, make up with him or whatever. Yeah. She didn't really explain anything, but I guess something like romantic did happen between her and Kevin, and that's what she means, like, about fucking up. People referring to his job like, I don't know, that's kind of funny. You're good at fixing things. You're good at assessing the damage. I don't No, sounds like corny jokes. Mm-hmm. They weren't really prepared for this. Hmm. I guess you can't really assess like the house enough before buying. So he wants to do it himself, so he doesn't have to pay for work itself. Okay, back to the funeral. Yeah, I mean their relationship was good. I didn't see the last few days, but I think she's correct. Something was influencing, like the house was influencing them. Okay, he's yeah. It's nice she also came to the funeral. That looks so. I don't know. You feel so sorry for him. He looks so lost and you know. He tries to connect with his kids. That's handy. You can get advice from her anytime. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Sounds disgusting. I don't think so. Well, I never had a hangover, I think. I think kefir must be good. Wait, they've been together only like a few nights, so maybe that really was a bit of like overstepping, you know? Mm, like, yeah, she wasn't invited and they're not like close enough yet. Maybe there was something like building up, but um, you know, on especially on a day like that, a person might want to be by themselves, so to say. He's like showing it at the mom. 8? Wow, that was really early. At that age, I was still figuring everything out myself. And this woman is the aunt or no? Yeah, Aunt Janet. That's her. Is there some bad blood between them? Like she didn't let him see the kids, didn't believe him. Hmm. Okay, the talk seemed quite cordial. Oh, they're standing so nicely. The scratching. Is this like poison? Yeah. What's wrong with the master plan? Something isn't adding up for him on the master plan. Also, I wonder if the like the other body they were talking about something that was on the wall. Well, that's comforting way of thinking about it. Usually nobody wants to. Well, I never been at a funeral, but at celebrations, usually people don't really want to be the one to talk. I think in funeral it's even harder, right? Oof. Okay. Like I'm older. Yeah, 90 seconds, such a huge difference. Yeah, it is. Mm. Yeah, we saw that scene. That's He's really good at speeches, I must say. I even teared up a little. Gosh. He is like scared of the master plan somehow, Mr. Dudley. So he feels through the plan that the house has influenced her already. I think he was trying to give good advice. Yeah, it seems like there is safe. She had night shift, so she was influenced by the house. So the house made her go insane. His face is so like funny story, cool story, right? Mm-hmm. Hazel must be the old lady on the sick bed, right? That was so, right? Didn't work out. I don't think they have any kids. She is. Yeah, looks like she was so overworked she had how it's called. Yeah, that. from the house, right? Mm-hmm. So it would be like her stillborn kid. Like again, the house trying to influence people through someone that like precious to them. Yeah. After that story, I suppose. And so that helps, I suppose. So the night is like the worst time to be here. Yeah. Imagine if they didn't live in this house but only came during the day to work on it. Everything would be fine. Probably. Yeah, but see, their job is so peculiar that they live in the house they flip. Again, people in the shows, I translate, they don't live in the houses they work on, you know? They only come there like during the day and stuff. They have their own constant home. They usually even have a crew and stuff. That was an I liked his monologue a lot, and I like his character. He looks really pretty. Like I don't know, cool design. How can I say it about a person? So what's wrong with her plans? What did she draw in master plan that made him shocked and made Mr. Dudley say, "Oh, something is wrong"? Don't really get it from that scene. Okay, so that's after the service. Now they go and bury her, or what's it? The other option. Is there space? Girl, you're gonna ride on a bicycle. Okay, there's one car left. That's yeah. Yeah, he's talking to all the kids one by one, see? No. He's right though, what he's saying. Yeah, but it wasn't time for that talk because she's all fired up right now. She isn't ready to forgive anything in any capacity. Ah, the silhouette. What was on the photo? That was that. Yeah, I think that the same silhouette he got on the photo. Gosh, oh, that's it. That's so close to final day. Good thing he still has his hand. Don't just stand there. Do something to it. Because his hand was bandaged when he was in the crashing and the final day, so it probably was very very soon. Yeah, see, he is trying to open the critical door. Is he going to injure himself even more? That's probably closed for a reason. Oh, the windows are so red now. She also said that wasn't us. So maybe he didn't realize, but he's also being affected by the house. Maybe in some other ways, but still. Is this some kind of ritual? They are all like throwing earth. Oh, her ghost. What the heck? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how he sees it. No. So he feels like when he saw things, it was also like genetics and mental illness in him speaking. Okay, talking with Dad would be different because Dad would. Okay, he doesn't want to talk. That was scary. So the house tries to claim him now, too, I suppose. I think maybe Don't was actually Nelly trying to warn him that something is dangerous, and then the mom was the creation of the house. But then again, it seems like it is Nelly's real spirit, that poor one with the neck. I think she is a bit scattered, do you think? Oh gosh, that's so scary. Oh, the nightmares. Not okay? Wow. That's very detailed, but what exactly is wrong with it? So it's like the maze like texture over the rooms? So she was like not herself at the moment. She wasn't like realizing what's going on when she drew it over and over. Forever house over the Hill House? So the Hill House telling her this is your forever house. Yeah, and she doesn't look okay at all. Poor girl. That's crazy. Yeah, but she didn't go to Janet. It's going to be like come to a head today or tomorrow. Like from that scene, judging by all the clues we have. If they could just like take all their shit and get away from the house, like before she was claimed, maybe they would be able to escape. But I guess they couldn't because they didn't really have like anywhere to go really. They would have to sell the house for same but for even less than they bought it probably. Yeah, my mom's spirit looks okay. Probably not like her corpse looked. Why Nelle's spirit looks so like just like when she died, you know? Maybe it is not really. Hmm. Okay. Oh, he decided to come out with that. That's how he explains it. But Dad believes in paranormal now. Maybe that didn't go as well as we could have hoped. Looks like a woman's bag. I wonder why we focused on it. Oh, the scratching again. This is going to escalate and escalate. It might be either their final day or day before the final day. Like we're getting closer to it, maybe. We still have a few episodes after all. Maybe it would be even better to just annihilate the house as a whole and just build a new one. But maybe we'll also find the body, right? The one that the policeman was talking about, and we said, like, oh, it wasn't us. It's not connected to us. Something else. Yeah, he saw something that was real scary, so might be it. As I was saying the whole episode, you know, a classic, a body behind the wall. Yes, yes, I knew it. Is this the same policeman that was talking to him? Well, yeah, that. Oh, okay, let's hear about the case. Well, it's not really solved if you don't know who the murderer is. Sorry. Suicide by the house. Oh, really? Yeah, that would probably make the price go down. They're like, okay. Hmm. Yeah, that poor person was probably also influenced by the house to suicide. But then he came to and tried to get out. Haunted. We said it at the same time. I like the camera work actually, especially I don't know in this episode especially. Okay, that night came to an end. Though they did escape during the night, so that's probably not the final yet. Maybe one before it. The only one he didn't talk to one on one yet, I think maybe. And I think he was closest with his older son. Advice, okay. But he didn't say any of that. Did Luke? Maybe that was the focus. That was her bag. And Luke stole it and ran away. And he stole her car too. Yeah. No, it was Luke. Yeah. Oh, and he said him keep it up. Yeah, I thought about it then. I thought, oh, he's not going to keep it up. What's what? Ooh, muddy steps? Another paranormal event or Luke coming back? Is he okay? Gosh, that is scary. Okay, I don't see any dead bodies. What's that? I don't get it. What are these things? Oh gosh! Is this again mom's spirit? She definitely saw it. They both saw it. What was it? It didn't even look like Mom. It was so scary. What is this though? I don't get it. It's so dark. And she's so upset. We don't know. That is an option. He's still in shock. So the next day she was going to go to Aunt Janet, but somehow she didn't. There was something very scary and paranormal, but he understands he can't talk about it because the police would be like, "Oh, you're fucking nuts." So he doesn't want like to lie about anything. I think that's why he's saying, well, it wasn't really suicide because like the house made her do it, the house killed her, so she didn't kill herself. That's not correct, but I also didn't kill her. So I think he's just trying to be honest, especially since he's in shock. I think he's just like saying how it is, but at the same time I'm sure he's trying to, how do I say it, like filtrate through the paranormal stuff because he realizes the police isn't going to believe that and would definitely think that he uses it to kind of cover his own crime or something like that, right? So he prefers to avoid it. And they see the death as a suicide. That's also why they said he is free to go, because they are pretty sure that it wasn't a murder, but there is still like a chance. They are not maybe like 1000% sure, and they're trying to get more info from him as well. But he isn't giving like, yes, it was suicide, I will like make a statement on that's how it went. And there's this suspicious thing of these 3 hours, but I think there's probably again some explanation connected to the house, what happened in these 3 hours. Maybe he did find her body, maybe again it was actually like looked seemed like a zombie, and he tried to like run away from it, or maybe it actually like acted like a zombie and she was talking and walking, and I'm not sure. And then they even like had tea in the red room. Remember, was it with mom or without mom? Maybe what he saw was again a creation by the house, and he saw the real corpse only 3 hours later. There could be a lot of explanations that won't really work as explanations for the police. So he just says, I was grieving, I was mourning, I was in shock that my wife is dead. I needed time to kind of, start believing in it and realize that it is true, that's really happening. So she was really the one that was affected by the house the most. I think it's interesting, maybe it's also, I don't know, it did, there wasn't really an indication of that in the series, but and also Luke was affected a lot, but by the sound of it, it looks like women are affected more. Maybe the idea is that they're more sensitive, notice more details, more sensitive to kind of things that could be paranormal, but it doesn't mean it can't happen to men too, because Mr. Dudley did hear the sound of his dead baby crying, even though he never heard the sound. He knew in his heart it is his kid. So that was definitely like the house playing with his mind, and it worked right away, right? And then that poor William, that kind of house made him hide himself into a wall. I don't know how to say it, right? And then he came to, just like Olivia came to in the bed. First the house was making her maybe hurt or kill her husband, something like that. And then she came to, and she was like, oh, what the heck was happening, what the heck she was doing. And for example, when she was drawing the plans, she didn't realize what was going on, and then she's looking at it and she doesn't recall ever doing it, right? So that probably happened with William as well. He buried himself into a wall while he was under the influence of the house. Then he came to, and he realized what the situation is, and he couldn't do anything. Just like with Nellie also, in the last second she went like away from the illusion of the house, and she saw the reality with the news and everything. So the last minutes, I'm not sure how quick it is happening, it looked like she suffered a bit, right? She was in her senses. So it makes the house also more sadistic, I think, because it's like it does show you illusions, and you are like not really present in your mind while you are close to your, like you are walking that walk towards your death. But then when it's time for it to happen, it could keep you into the illusion to make the death easier, right? And less pain, and more painless, how do I say? And but it doesn't. It's like, okay, time to wake now, and you get to experience that the most horrible part seems to be the case with all of the victims, to also traumatize them in the very end again. So that's very sadistic on the house's part. That was a really interesting episode. A lot of peculiar details. We are learning a bit more about the history of the house. We learned more about the Dudleys, which is nice. And yeah, as I said, I think this all could have been avoided for this family if they, like the guys from the shows I translated, lived in their own house and only came here like during the day to work on the house and then left to sleep in their own one, and then the kids wouldn't even need to go near this house. But then of course you would say, oh, but then the series wouldn't happen. No, then we would have more classic horror with just another family, the family that would buy it to live in it. They would also have horrible experiences because they would actually live in it, and they would stay the night in it, and they would be the victims then. So for this particular family, because they're just working on the house, right, in that situation, that's how it could be avoided. But then for the buyers that would take the renovated home, it would be maybe renovated, but it would still be haunted. And I don't know, maybe something, usually in horrors it's either something happened on the grounds way before, either there was some other building there or some cemetery, etc., etc., or some, I don't know, witchy things going on, or maybe some tragedy connected to the previous owners or something like that. There's usually some lore explaining why something is wrong with the house, and then depending on that, if you completely annihilate the house, like destroy everything, there's just land, and then you build a new house on that land, I think that would probably help in this case, because in this case it feels like, from what they are saying, it's like the house itself is an evil thing, the house itself, not the grounds it's standing on. So that would probably also be a good solution. I'm just like, right here, I'm just looking for solutions. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say about this episode. A lot of things have happened. I could talk for a long time, but I'm really curious to see the next episode. I feel like we are going to get really into the meat of what happened on the last day. We only have 3 episodes left, at least in this season, if there are several seasons. And well, we'll see what happened then, and we can then make more theories and talk a bit more about that. But in the talking about the present, I think again the people who are making the series, they're trying to make this fine line between paranormal and things that could be explained by our mind and stuff, right? But again, they're not doing such a great job of it being ambiguous, because it's pretty obvious that paranormal stuff here is real, it is happening. And even though Dad tried to explain talking to Mom all the time as something like normal, like he comes up with her in his mind, I think that's not really true. That really is her spirit talking to him. They're like just not the creation of the house, but herself. As I think, like with Nelly, it's unclear, to be honest. It felt like maybe her corpse could be a creation of the house, or it could be Nelly herself. It's really hard to say. But in the end, we really did saw like another monster again. I'm sure it didn't really look like Mom. Was it her? I wasn't sure. Oh, I wanted to check what the heck was broken, why Cheryl was so upset. I'm looking at it really hard, and I can't say. I have no idea what this is. These are this is very dark, and doesn't look like photos or anything, just some white broken things. I'm not sure. If you know what it is, please comment down below. What was broken. I have literally zero ideas. I'm looking at it as hard as I can, and I can't understand. So yeah, anyway, there was some real monster, and Theo and Dad saw it very clearly. So it feels like, again, house is continuing its attack in the present, and there are going to be more and more of that in the present. And it's not just like their mind or mental illness or anything like that. No, that's real paranormal shit. So wow, okay, I think I'm just rambling now, so I'll end it for today. That was a cool episode, so please share your thoughts on it in the comments down below, without spoilers of course. That would be it for today, so thank you for watching, and see ya.